Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I have a fun one for you guys today, and this is such a good opportunity to show you these new papers from our Green Eclectic Papers collection. It is one of my favorites yet. So far we've done red, orange, yellow, and now green. So I always have to try some fun projects with that. I'll put up a little video so you can kind of see what those papers look like. So far, I've really loved designing these green kits, or the Eclectic Papers kits, because they're just gorgeous and end up being so pretty. So today we're going to be making a pop-out version for a junk journal. So this was my prototype, and it kind of represents a junk journal page, but you can implement this into a junk journal, a card, or whatever type of paper crafting you enjoy doing. So again, this was the prototype, and this is a different method than anything I've seen anybody else do, and it kind of happened to me by accident. You can see I had a glue line there, and it kind of just unglued, like it wasn't sticking, and then I decided I liked it better to have it as an extra flip, because then you have extra space to journal. The pop works a little bit better. The little piece that pops out at you works better. It is a struggle to get them to work sometimes, so this just made it easier. All right, so that is what I'm doing today with these pieces right here. My journal page on the bottom is 11 by 7 inches, and then that little piece in the middle is about 11 by 4 inches. The piece in the middle, you can kind of do whatever size you want within like reason. On that first one, you saw that I did kind of a bigger piece, and this is a little bit of a smaller piece. But regardless of whatever size you do, the instructions and kind of the, I guess, what you're going to do is going to look pretty similar. So first things first is that piece that's going to be the pop out needs to get folded in half. And it doesn't really matter too much which way or anything, but once you've folded it in half, you need to find the center of that along the fold. So as you can see, mine was about 4 inches. It was just a little bit under 4 inches actually. So I went and marked the center at like 1 7/18 inch. So it was pretty close, and it doesn't need to be perfect, which is one of the best parts. You can kind of do whatever you want. And then after you've found the center, you need to create 2 separate marks on both sides of the center, because we're not actually going to use the center line. We are just going to need that for the other marks. So I went ahead and marked 1/2 inch from the center line. So in total, I just have like an inch strip in that centerpiece, and this is because we're going to create the pencil marks for where we have where we're going to cut with some scissors. Basically, you are going to only be using those 2 lines, not your center line, to create a longer pencil line, and I went with about 1 3/4 inch line. You can do a little bit longer, you can do a bit smaller as well. Actually, I wouldn't recommend going too much smaller unless you're doing a really small project, but you can definitely go a little bit longer. You kind of get a feel for this project the more you do it and the more you practice it. It is a little bit tricky, but you'll see soon how it comes together, and it's really cute. So I went ahead and drew those lines and then grabbed some scissors and just created a cut all the way to the end of those lines. After the cuts, I went ahead and erased the pencil lines. This is kind of optional because you're probably not going to see it, but I figured there was a chance I might see it depending on which side I decided to glue down. So I went and just erased it because I love to use a pencil for these kind of things. And then you open it up, and this is what you kind of are going to have so far. One thing I like to do is add some ink. So I went ahead and did that. Again, an optional step. I've already inked all the way around my paper, and I just wanted to add some ink on the inside as well. This point of view will hopefully give you a good idea of what your project should kind of be looking like. And now we're going to create a fold. So you need to pull that centerpiece outward and then create your final fold. You want to make sure that it's parallel. I did not do a very good job. My fold line was a little bit crooked. But hey, that's why I'm here. I'm here to give it a try and to let you guys know what the best tips are. So that is something I would do on my next one, is really make sure that that line is straight and not slanted. It wasn't a huge deal, but it does definitely help later on if you can get that line straighter. And this is what it looks like. It's super cute, and you can see where I'm going to put it on the page. You can see how it's going to pop out. It's just really cute. For this specific pop out, I wanted to do a tag just like I did on my other one. This is another digital kit from our shop. I will make sure to link that and everything else I used in the description of this video, as always. And of course, you can always use your own supplies as well. But whatever you're going to put onto this little pop out, you need to be able to fold it. If you can't fold it, it's not going to work as the pop out. So sometimes thinner papers do work good. I'm also going to add on this butterfly, but I am a little bit worried that is going to get folded and not work. But I thought I'd give it a try and see how it went. Spoiler alert, I ended up just ripping the butterfly because it was a little bit too wide for this specific project. Had I created the folds a little, or the cuts a little bit longer, it would have fit just fine. But I liked the look of the ripped butterfly anyway, so it worked okay for me. One more side note is you definitely don't have to do a tag on your pop out. You can just literally do something so simple like a fussy cut, a little piece of paper, some ephemera, you can do a cluster. There's a lot you can do. You just want to be able to make sure that it can fold and that it fits within your cut and your fold line. This next part can be a little bit tricky, but you can definitely make it work. You want to hold the paper so that you can attach that little piece of ephemera, tag, whatever you're putting on the center. You just want to hold it and make sure that you can get it there. Took me a second to get this. It took me a little while on the first one as well. I know I'm going to get better with it as I practice, but in the end, it did still end up working out just fine, and it is coming together. It's really cute. I found that the biggest struggle was making sure that my tag was straight because my initial fold of the little cut line wasn't as straight, and there's a little piece I tore off, and I think it turned out fine. I think it's still really cute. But anyways, there it is, and I think it's just a fun little project. But we have one more thing to do. It's time to glue it into our journal page. You can choose to glue it on the left or the right side of your journal page. I'm going with the right side. So just make sure that you're gluing down the correct side for that, and it's going to open up how you want it to open up. And for this, you can glue the whole thing, or you can just do a little bit of a border all the way around, which is what I chose to do. From there, you simply line it up, take your time making sure that everything is parallel and straight, and then you can press down those edges like so. And in this specific tutorial, I've seen a lot of people do similar tutorials, and they'll glue down this side of the page right here. They'll glue both sides down, but I just found that it just makes it so much more difficult, and I would rather have only one side glued anyway because it creates like an extra page effect, creates more journal space, and we all love more journal space. So I just thought this was a fun idea to try, and I'm definitely gonna give it a go in some more of my journals, and perhaps I'll create a journal out of these little green eclectic papers as well because they're so dang cute. And yeah, it was super fun for me to learn a new skill today, and I'm excited that I am able to share it with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe because it really does help out the channel, and we love making paper crafting videos for you guys. Everything is linked in the description, and we will see you in our next video. Goodbye.